Good day to you glorious rascallion bastards, to my strugglers of the world. Welcome to WutheringWaves. Name's FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. And this video is a complete video about should you be investing, or personally my favorite word, should you be simping for ChangLi? Mommy milkers, the beautiful waifu, this glorious character of a character. And I'll save you some time if you don't want to watch the video. Yes, she is worth the investment. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's have a quick conversation. Let's discuss all about ChangLi and just the reason why I am so in love with this beautiful, amazing waifu. So, like I said, I am been a simp for ChangLi since the moment she was announced, or the moment I saw the leaked footage from the original beta. And I said, oh my gosh, this is a character that I love. The design of the character. I love her outfit. Like, look at it. She reminds me a lot of a character that I do like from the Guilty Gear series, which is Biken, also Elfelt. And in all honesty, it's just like the white hair, the pink hair mixture with the dress and everything. It just comes out so well. Not to mention that her moves are flashy. Not to mention that there's a lot about this character in general that is just fucking great. Let's take a quick look before we go into some other things, but let's take a quick look real quick at her summonings, just to showcase. I went all out, man. We got her summoned 6 in 2 days. Well, actually in 1 day. But today's the second day, so we're going to be making a lot of ChangLi content. I'm going to tell you that right now, from build videos to challenges to everything, because this character is beautiful. But when I started reading things like, you know, for summon 1, that her resistance skill and heavy attack will increase ChangLi's damage by 10% and will have resistance to interruption. Reading that inflaming increases ChangLi's crit rate by 25% for 8 seconds. Reading that her alt damage will be increased by 80%. Even this, you know, as a sub DPS character, she could be, you know, as a sub DPS. After intro skills cast, all team members' attack increases by 20% for 30 seconds. Heavy attack multipliers increased by 50% and the damage dealt is increased by 50%. And the final one, which is the most amazing that I've seen on a character. Resonance skill, heavy attack, and alt will ignore 40% of the target's defense when dealing damage. And then that's not included if you already did it with your skill tree, that you get an additional 15% that will ignore the target's defense. Plus a 20% increasement on fusion bonus, which makes it to where she is straight up a fucking powerhouse. She is hammering fucking hard. Things like this just, it makes me want to simp from fucking mommy, man. It just makes me want to simp. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, brother, another guy who's just for fucking waifus and shit. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not just about the waifus, okay? If you're talking to a person who normally will pick a male character and play male characters in any fucking video game there is versus female. When it comes to fighting games and such, I'm a guy who likes to play more like fucking Soul Bad Guy than Biken, just because I like my masculinity. But there is things about ChangLi that I could tell you that this character, in all honesty, compared to the rest of the cast, that you could tell the devs put in so much love and effort into this character. From her summoning animation, so if you can go watch one of my videos when we summoned her, that holy shit was it beautiful the way they had that summoning animation. Heck, the details that they do to her actual clothing, if you take a look right here, when you do enchantments, you can see, like right now, I don't want to kill you just yet, but you can see, I got a flame on my head. I go back into another enchantment. Let's get to enchantment 2 here. For each enchantment, your base character design changes to clothing. See? Look, now the clothing is starting to burn down. And it continues on all the way until you get enchantment 4. So let's go into it. Let's go ahead. I'm not gonna get enchantment 4 from you. You're dead. Yeah, because being summon 6, I mean, she just nukes the shit out of things. But let's see if we can get it off of these guys real quick. Enchantment 3. You can see the top layer of the dress is completely gone. The bottom part of the dress is burning. And then with enchantment 4. Oh, crap. I just wasted it by accident. Hold on, let me rebuild it all the way up back to 4. That's my fault. Actually, we'll be able to do it really easy. We can just run our alt. So by just running our alt, we can get into enchantment 4 automatically. Let's not waste our enchantment. Let's just kill these guys real quick, get them out the way. Because I want to showcase this. I want to showcase just how beautiful this design that they did to this character is. Like, look, the clothes burned, the bottom part of the dress is a little bit more burnt than before, and then we get the near like I think it's like I forgot what her name is, but you know who I'm talking about. If you play Nier, you play the girl, because I didn't really play Nier, but I've seen all the memes where there's a chick with the blindfold. Well, ChangLi's got that style going on, and it's beautiful, and it stays like this until you basically go ahead and hold down all your enchantments off. So when you pull all your enchantments off like this, or use your alt again to go reset it again, ta-da, you go back to the normal clothing. Like, there's different little details about this character that, yes, oh god, yes, makes me want to simp so hard. From the way it plays, to the way it works, to the way it looks, to the way it feels. Everything is so smooth. Even Jinshi felt somewhat clunky compared to, you know, when she came out. And she is damn good. She's a fucking nuclear warhead herself. But ChangLi, mommy here. I mean, I'm seriously saying, like, look at the character, look at the design. When you're gonna ask me, is it worth investing? Is it worth simping for her? I will say it like this. This beautiful anime waifu has made me go ask my wife to go ahead and dye her hair pink, and let's cut it down, you know, the front end to make it short like this. You know, put some bangs on that hair. It has made me go ahead and say that if this chick was fucking, and you know, was actually real, you know, I understand now why fucking people simp for characters. Because if she was fucking real, I would be saying, you could sit on my face and you could put your entire weight on it and you can smothercate me and you can kill me in my sleep with that fucking juicy ass fucking rear. And hey, look, we didn't even talk about the best thing. She got some two good assets about her that really jiggle, and it's just aesthetically, like I said, is very pleasing. The way she plays is very pleasing. This is my answer to anyone that asks me the question, in a sense, like, well, why don't you play ZZZ? Or why don't you play Genshin Impact? This is why. This character is completely the reason why I am invested into WutheringWaves. You know, she's beautiful. And then if you go through her story and her lore, and I'm going to point this out for the final part of this video, is that there's another reason why I simp for this entire character, is the story behind it. When you do her, I'm not going to spoil it for too much for anybody, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. You go through her actual side quest, you're going to realize that in a way, this character is a struggler. And what I mean by that is, if you read Berserk, and you're like me and you love the series Berserk and you love characters like Guts, the character has a struggler's past. The character itself is focused in a world to where they're trying to survive from a child to a grown-ass adult. And I'm sorry, but that right there is like fucking 150 times more appealing to me than anything. Is, you know, this is a woman that, if you go read her gallery, in a sense, you go read, excuse me, not her gallery, but you come over here to the bottom and you come read information about her, and you go to like voices or whatever, in a sense, to her thought patterns. And there's one right here where it says, let's see, favorite disliked food? What food do you dislike? You can see her reading it already in the background, but right there where it says it's not something that crosses her mind often. Having traveled through barren lands where people have suffered from starvation, I've learned to appreciate every bit of nourishment. Like, that's a struggler's mentality that she don't dislike. Like, it's food is nourishment. Food is needed. Her past, if you go through it, it's actually really good, and the NPCs actually hit really hard in that. Now, granted, if you watch my live stream, you're gonna say, "Oh, well, you skipped most of that." Yeah, I might have skipped most of that, but it doesn't mean I didn't go watch it somewhere else now, right? I'm just going to say, like, her backstory, everything else is amazingly great. It's a struggler's character. She's designed very fucking well. She plays fucking amazing, in my personal opinion. And the damage output and everything else. Like, I am so glad that I've actually summoned Sixter. Like, we summoned 6 GN, right? And I was like, okay, GN's great and all, but it ain't no ChangLi. It ain't no. It ain't no beautiful mommy. So there you go, guys. Yes, I am a simp for ChangLi. This is the reasons why. Is it worth investing in this character? By all means, yes. And I will be creating a couple of build videos in the future for ChangLi, because there's different things that I'm working on, from a sub DPS style build to a main DPS build right now, which is what we're working on. And there's a couple of different things that has made me actually change my echoes recently to say, oh, I don't need this like it was originally thought of, because when you get to basically summon 3, it changes your echo base is going to completely change on what it is. So I want to kind of create builds for people who, you know, you're not going to summon 6er. You're going to just maybe do like 1, 2, and 3. I want to do a build for that, and I want to do a build for, you know, past 3 all the way up to 6 to explain how you could just basically go in and wipe a boss in just like 2 hits. And I'm working on right now to actually get it to where we are going to one-shot bosses, and we're actually kind of close for that right now. So it's just a lot of tuning that just is necessary right now, and I don't have the resources. That's going to take a good solid week or two, and pray to the gacha gods that we get the right echoes, the right tuning to get that taken care of. But if you guys really just want the answer, like straight up, simp for mommy. She's worth your time. She's worth everything. I promise you, you will not regret it. If you're just starting out and you're going to put 150, you're going to go collect all the free asteroids throughout the entire world, and you're going to try to summon for a character, this is the character, in my personal opinion, you should be summoning for. She is very, very well worth it. So, otherwise than that, guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.